You're in tune to the Powerhouse Radio, linking the world to the Caribbean. Disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed on the Powerhouse radio station are those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its management, or other hosts or advertisers. The show found on the Powerhouse radio station can promote any lifestyle, belief, religion, political affiliation, or other personal practice. These shows are for entertainment purposes only and are not intended to treat, diagnose, and or claim any cure of disease or conditions. Opinions stated by various contributors to the Powerhouse Radio and its programming are not to be considered as endorsed by the Powerhouse Radio station. Visitors are urged to use their own discernment to draw their own conclusion. We emphasize the importance of keeping an open mind.
Man, I'm telling you, when the music is so nice, Barrington Levy and them things there, yeah, the music is so sweet and nice. Yeah, we're gonna get back to some music. We're gonna get back to some music right after this program right here, which is called Reasoning Thursdays. Each and every Thursday, we do a reasoning session. All right, so tell a friend, a family member to join on with us as we reason on different day-to-day topics that's going on in the world. We right here want to say big shouts to all of our sponsors. One by One, Kia Hinkson Law Firm, Unique Total Care, Awesome Enterprise, Botastic, Mystique Enterprise. Yeah, if you would like to be a sponsor for the Powerhouse Radio, DA Powerhouse Radio, then most definitely send us a request over at DA Powerhouse Radio at gmail.com. That's DA Powerhouse Radio at gmail.com. Want to say massive shouts go out to You Choose Radio. Blessings upon blessings to you for carrying this program, Reasoning Thursday, on your station. And big up yourself, DJ VJ Smiles and Ross Dougal and the entire Massive and crew over there. Sending once again get well wishes over to DJ Vega. Blessings upon blessings. Although the victorious 89.1 FM radio station that's streaming the Reasoning Thursday program, want to say big shouts go out to you as well, Dr. J and all the crew over there. Man, it is a day. It is a day. It is a day. The 29th. Man, I'm telling you. Blessings, all the comments. We love it. So make sure that you write in your comment if you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, if you're on any of the social media carrying us. Blessings to you, Don Minot. Blessings to you. Thank you for joining us. Also, hit that like button for us on the YouTube and the Facebook platforms. Just hit those like up button, like it up, like it up, like it up, share it up. Go ahead and share, because we're going to be reasoning. We're reasoning on a couple of things this evening. We want to also inform you all on a couple of things that's going on as well. The ICE, they have some new bills. They have some new ICE bills. So for anyone whom feel like their families or anyone's going to be affected because they're running rampant all over the states. Alrighty, in Georgia here, they're here, and we have some rules that we are setting for them right here in the Georgia area as well. We're gonna just give you some information update on the Sonia Massey case. I don't know if a lot is well. You all should be if you're following us right here on the Reasoning Thursdays. Then you definitely know about the Sonia Massey case, and the verdict has gone down and the sentence has been distributed. Alrighty, boy, a lot's going on with that petty case. With in the Minnesota, the shooting of that nurse up there, and gun activists, all these people's getting involved. So yeah, we're gonna touch that. And guess what? The big man himself, Chronix, has an issue with Yendi Phillips' statement. We want to talk about that. And a listener sent in a question in regards to a relationship that she's been in for 6 years. And she's finding out that this person, it was sent in to us that this person have two other relationships, and she's been with that individual for 6 years and have a child. So she's asking, what should she do? So I don't know if our listeners want to chime in on that and tell her what and give her some advice as to what she should do. Alrighty. But we're gonna dive in. It's a solemn program. At first we weren't even gonna go on. But we said the show must go on. We have to be warriors and lioness and tigress in a this thing here. Yeah, man. Myself and Queen's brother, our oldest brother, passed away on Saturday. So it's been like really, 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 really hard for us. So, but we said the show has to go on. Um, and we just thank each and every one for joining us and, for all of the prayers that we've received and for all of the um, friends and families and colleagues and listeners that are on my page that has been reaching out to me and leaving comments on my social media, but also have been sending emails over to dapowerhouseradio@gmail.com. I thank you all as well for the love and support that you all are giving us in this new year, in this trying time. So for the Reed family, just want to tell my sisters, because my two brothers now has passed away and just left us girls here. We love you all, and we'll get through this together. My nieces, they it's a trying time. We love you, and we all are here for you all. Yeah. So I'm not sure. I don't know. I may show my face in a minute. I may not show my face in a minute. I don't know on social media, because if I sit back and feel a little way, I just want to feel a little way in private. Because just last week he was commenting on the program. He made his comments on our show last week. So, and the week before that, and the week before that. So for him not to be here again to comment on our programming, it's really it's really a hard pill to swallow. Alrighty. So blessings to you all. Elaine, Swaby, want to say big shouts to you. Elaine says good night, Lady D. Good night to you. Blessings to you. She also says good night, everyone. Big shouts to Michelle. She says sending my deepest condolences. Blessings to you and thanking you for that. Thanking each and every one for that. So let's try to lively up yourself and don't be no drag. Lively up yourself. Lively up
Yes, yes, yes.
your respecter.
Lively up yourself and
What is
don't be no drag.
don't be no drag. We rock so we rock so. All right. So we have the respect.
Yep.
You
She's
need to go into the studio and you sound good.
Yes, sir.
ah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna pursue my musical career. Just
It's not too late.
boy. All right. So you wanna say hello? You wanna big up the listeners?
Big up from Germany to Africa, North and South America, the whole island, Caribbean, and so on and so forth. Thanks for joining us once more. We love you all.
All right. Michelle, MC.
Hi, good night, everyone. It's good to be back. Yes, looking forward to reasoning with all of you. Remember to like and subscribe and share.
All right, all right. The queen of all queens. You mute there, mama. Let me unmute you. You mute. Unmute yourself. Yeah, there you
Welcome, welcome everyone. Thanks for joining us for another edition of Reasoning Thursday. Remember, press your like button and share with your friends and your family members. Thank you for joining us.
All right, all right, all right. Lively up yourself and don't be no drag.
Yep. Roxo.
There
Rocks.
you
And
go.
we dip so.
You see what I'm saying? But let's dive right on in it because the energy is here right now. So let's dive on in it. There's some new bills that are out. So listen, the ICE folks is all over the place. Trust and believe that they're all over
Uh,
the place. And right now they're rampant in the south, from Virginia coming down. They're already up north in Minnesota and all those areas, but right now they're wreaking havoc even here in Georgia. There's nothing but a lot of press conferences and things that is being put into place. So some of Georgia's law SB 389 for all whom have family members that are worried. And I was reasoning with someone yesterday that called me in regards to my situation. And they had said they think they're just gonna pack up and go home because their green card is good. Nothing is wrong with their green card, but they had some convictions way in the past, and they know someone else that have the same convictions that they have, and they have him not deported, but they have him in ICE custody. So he's kind of afraid, and he's saying that, lady, I think I'm just gonna pack up and just leave. I prefer to leave than be deported. So I was like, your green card is, I mean, in situations like that, you don't even what to reason with a one and to say, because it is such a crazy time. It is so
my man, he has gone amok. You see what he's doing now, right? Even how many years ago, he's still going over to the election board here in Georgia in Fulton County
yeah,
and counting, and he took all
the
the
ballot.
boxes of ballots and all of that. Right now, they're saying when it was in their hand, it was safe, but now it's out of their hands. So therefore, they don't know if those documents are safe, if they're changing them, what is going on with that. So that's something too to look into and to
What? This what?
yeah. Took
Very
all
serious.
they took, what was it, 10 boxes,
Yeah,
10 or 11 boxes of documents plus other stuff. They said things that wasn't even related to
election.
the election was taken also.
Yes.
And they did not allow any of the employees to be around in
Hmm.
that area when they were doing this investigation and taking these materials. They were forbidden to be around. Even the director, he said he wasn't even allowed in there. So it's a lot of craziness going on. So
For
right now they need to get clarification what happened, why is this happening, and how will it affect um Georgia or Fulton? Was it Fulton or Clayton County, lady?
Fulton
One
County.
of them.
The Fulton
hmm
County. Yeah.
Fulton County. How it will affect Fulton County and their voters.
And that's here in Georgia. So I don't know what is going on, because in other states as well. Alrighty. But I'm going to enlighten you all to a couple of new bills that has, I guess, been passed in different states, as we have listeners all around the world and all throughout the states, all of the states right here in the United States. So for Arizona, and I know we have some Arizona listeners, HB 2881, that will ban immigration agents from accessing sensitive locations such as public schools, colleges and universities, daycare centers, public libraries, court, hospitals, and medical centers. Um, Bill SB 1213 proposes updated to current Arizona statutes regarding immigration enforcement, clarifying that no state or local agency may limit the enforcement of federal immigration laws, ensuring excuse me, compliance with federal standards and modifies the procedures for determining the immigration status of individuals during lawful stops, detentions, or arrests, mandating that law enforcement officials make reasonable attempts to ascertain immigration status where there is reasonable suspicion of unlawful presence. Also in Arizona, they have that this law will ban any law enforcement agency in the state from entering into, modifying, or renewing agreements with federal immigration authorities to perform immigration detainment or operate detention facility. In California, AB 1537 would ban local law enforcement from taking a second job with ICE. Okay. AB 1633 would levy a 50% tax on the profits of private immigration detention centers in the states. In Colorado, SB 26005 will allow civilians to sue federal agents in state courts for constitutional violation during immigration enforcement. Here in Georgia, SB 389 would require immigration agents to wear visible identification during public immigration enforcement functions and prohibit such officers from wearing face covering during such functions. In Georgia as well, SB 397 would allow civilians to sue federal agents who violate constitutional rights. In Indiana, expand, and we have some Kentucky folks, expand requirements. SB 76 expands requirement for state and local government to cooperate with federal immigration enforcement and give the state government new tools to penalize local entities that fail to comply. You have a Hawaii. I'm not sure if we have any Hawaii, but for Hawaii, it requires the Civil Rights Commission to establish the helpline for individuals to submit reports of harm by federal troop deployment, federal law enforcement. For Maryland, they're rampant in Maryland right now, would ban immigration enforcement. HB 495 would ban immigration enforcement agents from detaining individuals while they are attending their immigration hearings. All right, which I think that is awesome right there. HB 444 would prohibit the state, local government, county sheriffs, or any agency officers, employee, or agent of the state or a unit of local government from entering into an immigration enforcement agreement and require the termination of an existing immigration enforcement agreement on or before July 1st, 2026. Up in New Hampshire, that's I guess up close to the Connecticut area. New Hampshire's borderline over there with Connecticut and so on. It's New Hampshire, Connecticut. MC. Would require HB 1570 would require local budgetary authorities before a law enforcement agency enters into an agreement with ICE to assist in the enforcement of federal immigration law and grant the budgetary authorities continuing powers to terminate the agreement. The SB 623 would require any state or local law enforcement officers assisting ICE personnel to enter into an agreement with ICE under the 287 program. In New York City, for all of the New Yorkers out there, the bill that was passed, AB 3506, prohibits police, school resource officers, probation agencies, state entities, and state employees from questioning individuals regarding their citizenship or immigration status. That's a big one right there. AB 9376 requires the creation of an immigration enforcement activity transparency dashboard, which shall be made publicly available to track certain information relating to immigration activities within New York State. AB 9589 would prohibit ICE from entering hospitals without a signed judicial warrant or order. Rhode Island S 2278 will prohibit states and municipal officials of body from entering into the renewing any agreement that will be used to detain individuals for immigration violations. In Tennessee, man, I'm telling you, would require HB 1918 would require ICE agents to provide a signed judicial warrant to enter private businesses, and HB 1937 would require a signed judicial warrant for the detainment of any person. Listen, folks, in Virginia, there's a lot of it. So you all can go over to the it's in the immigration website. I'm gonna give you these are called the recent ICE related bills introduced across the US. So you all can go to the immigration website. You all will find, you look for your state and find out what ICE can no longer do in your state. Okay, they have Virginia, they have West Virginia, they have Washington. Washington would restrict ICE from access to sensitive location like schools, hospitals, daycare. As we reported last week, they were going into hospitals. A nurse was detained, different than Petty, that was unalived. As you got Vermont, you have a lot of different states that are trying to step up and help the citizens of America, to get past this and who, because the citizens at this point is being affected. And this one is just for the federal government. And this goes for all states. S3675 will amend Title 18 of the U.S. Code to enhance penalties for those who use a deadly or dangerous weapon, including a weapon that is intended to cause death or danger but fails to do so by reason of a defective component or inflict bodily injury against ICE and other federal agent. These are what the federal government is throwing in there. So they also put will grant victims the right. HR 7046 from the federal will grant victims the right to sue federal law enforcement officers as well as state and local officers for civil rights violation and abolish the defense of qualified immunity in court. HR 7172 would require comprehensive data to be released within 72 hours of any immigration enforcement flight, prohibit aircraft operators from hiding their tracking data while on federal mission, and requires disclosure of the condition and restraint used on detained individual. That's a good one. HR 5973 would create use of force standards for ICE agents, require them to wear body cameras. That is also a very good one, I think, especially with all of these unaliving that's going on.
Definitely.
Yeah, HR
Mm.
7071 would repeal ICE funding increases from the big, beautiful bill and relocate those funds to extend healthcare tax credit, which is also a good one. HR 7123 would require the termination of federal funding to ICE, the rescission of its unobligated funds, and the formal dissolution of the agency within 90 days of enactment. All righty. So those are some of the changes that are
Mm.
happening. You could go to so.informed and you can check out a lot of the bills that are going on right there. They're keeping us informed on a lot of the new bills that are being implemented. Okay.
Uh, Mayor Dickens, Mayor Dickens, who is the mayor of Atlanta, he says that he would suggest that people walk with some type of ID that can identify them
Yeah.
to the status that they have. He said for now, he would suggest that folks walk with their IDs, something to identify you that you are a permanent resident or a citizen of the U.S.
Okay. Yes, definitely, definitely. Really, a lot of us should be walking with our green cards anyway.
Yeah.
So that
Mm.
is part of law where
But
some,
he's suggesting that for now, seeing that
yeah.
they're here in Georgia now, that you should do that, because they don't know why they're here. That's what he's saying. He's saying he can't understand why they're here. So until they figure it out, the same thing with the election board. They all trying to figure out why are they infiltrating Georgia.
Well, they're infiltrating all of the states at this point. Um,
Yeah, we know.
want us also to know that there's another list of recently introduced bill within the last 6 weeks. So you can go on over there and check it out. Um, uh, and they're saying that some people have questions as to why they don't see their state. They're saying that it's possible that those states already have laws on the books, so they're just updating the new laws, that are
And
going.
that's the reason why they're saying that you can't be a police officer and then also be a ICE officer,
Yeah.
because I guess they have the people that are doing that.
Okay.
They're assuming both roles.
Right. They also wanted you to know that these are bills that has been introduced. Some have been passed and some has not been passed. So for you
Mm,
all to do your due diligence in checking on the one that is passed. All right, someone just updated and said the one in Indiana has been passed. Looking. Kentucky also has been passed, um,
mm,
with the SB 86 bill. Utah also said some has been passed. I'm waiting to see if any is saying about New York. And so, okay, Rhode Island, the ones that I read out for Rhode Island also passed, having ICE not enter any government property to protect ICE. Um,
mm.
yeah, Tennessee is just proposals. So just make sure that you go in and to check what has been passed and follow
Yeah.
it. So once it have passed, you know your rights, especially business owners, etc. You will know your rights that you have, in not allowing them to come into your establishments. If you want them to come in your establishment, hey, that's on you. I mean, to each his own. All right. All right. So
Then you heard they trying to get rid of known that woman. They trying to get rid of her right now. They replaced her with someone else. Um,
Christy Gnomes. Yeah.
yeah, they trying to get rid of impeach her, but it's not as easy. So what they did was they
It's about
switch her
time.
around. Yeah, they are trying. They are trying. Even I think it was three or four Republicans that do side with impeaching
Go
her.
to your eyes. Go get something to drink.
All right, we want to say
Come
big
back.
thank you, Elaine,
What
for
about
your condolences to the family. We definitely
oh, oh.
appreciate that. Um,
Ice cream?
for Elaine also said we just have to keep the faith and keep praying. Only God and time. Exactly.
Um,
Nancy Rose, you want to say big shouts to you. Nancy says she's here. Nancy is in the house. And she love us guys, and we love you too. We thank you all. Make sure that you go on.
Love you too, Nancy.
Yeah,
mhm.
like up the live, press that like button for us, share the live as well. And in regards to the
Well,
look
I want to
here,
thank you. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
since we're talking about ice. No, you wanted to say something?
I just want to thank you for all that helpful information about the bills that are in place to be passed. Such important
Um,
to know, and to
Yeah.
at least know that someone is fighting for us. You know, to
yeah.
put these in. So that thank you for sharing that information.
Most welcome, most welcome. We definitely have to keep the masses updated, but we also need you all to keep updated. You all need to go on and do your research, even submit it to us because there's things that we don't know and we need to know. So any information that you all have so that we could pass it on to the masses, be sure to send it over to DA Powerhouse Radio at gmail.com. That's DA Powerhouse Radio at gmail.com. Nancy says, yes, ladies, I'm here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Righty. Yeah. And we want to say big kudos to Ben Crump and the entire judicial system over there. The what's his name? What's his name? Former Deputy Sean Grayson has been sentenced to 20 years for the unaliving of Sonia Massey.
Sonia Massey, yes, I saw that. I said, "Wiki."
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
that's a good thing. That's definitely a good thing. We just got to keep you all updated on what's going on. Has been given 20 years. Has been charged with second degree murder. So
Hmm.
yeah, I'm hoping he has a very hard time. where
Okay.
he's going. All right.
There's,
And he's gonna have a very, very, very hard time with where he's going. And for those who is not sure about whom Sonia Massey is, she's the 36-year-old black mother who was fatally shot in her home after calling the police. Remember, she called the police. She went over to the stove
uh,
with the hot water,
yeah.
and she was taken. She was unalive by that former police officer at that time.
Horrible.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
he's given 20 years. So I guess he'll have a lot of time to sit and reflect on what he did. You know.
Yeah, I hope more of them need. I hope they catch them too that shot that guy, that nurse that shot the nurse. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know what?
so many of them go commit these crimes and then they don't get the punishment that they deserve. So hopefully, I think it's coming to a neck though because with even him considering to transfer her. At first, he was saying that he was wrong for bringing a gun to to the um to the area,
Yeah.
seeing that it's a demonstration. But I mean, that doesn't give you the right to shoot me down, bang bang, and I didn't draw a gun on you. You know what I mean?
Well, you know what?
So it's coming to an edge. Yeah, because now the president is finally saying, "Oh, I'll investigate it." At first, he was talking all this mess, and I guess now that the public is coming down on him, and even the gun activists, they're coming down on him now. So he's changing his tune. So he claims he's gonna cut down on the amount of agents that are in each state. He's gonna pull back on what's going on with the ICE agents.
I'm wondering if there's a special pill that they all taking.
Good.
Because no
The
human being should be
pill.
that evil and wicked.
Yeah, but you see, the pill is the training that they had to receive. You see what I'm saying? Because all of these redneck, excuse me, I hate to say it, Caucasian men, all they know is war. They've been planning and plotting these wars for years, so it's in their blood. So, by all means, they don't care who they hurt. Look at what's going on in the other countries. They don't care who they hurt, if it's child or adult.
Well,
They're gonna
it's showing
get
where
their
it was reported today. The 5-year-old that was deported. I'm
mm,
like, this is it's getting worse and worse. But
yeah.
go ahead, the respecter. You were saying something else too.
No, I'm just backing up what Queen is saying. It's a sad world right now.
It is a sad world. It's a sad world,
Yeah.
and to
Yeah.
see so many people already dropping and dying with
Yeah.
with with any cause, and for them to be doing this, it's sad. It's more beyond sad now at this point.
Go ahead,
Yeah. It's
MC.
I was
tragedy.
MC.
Yeah, it's tragedy. I was looking at this thing where they said 2,000 people go missing every year and 100 children go missing every year. And I'm saying, my God, what's going on? They don't know where these people are. It's not like, say,
Yeah.
somebody died of something. These people are actually missing here in the US. 2,000 every year and 100 children every year. When you think of that amount of children in space of 2 years is 4,000 people missing. I mean, not including children. That's
Yeah.
deep.
Yeah. It is.
That's deep.
I have a
And
couple.
now they're finding bodies. You see how they're finding bodies all over the place now.
Yeah. Yeah. Up here too.
Yeah.
It's when you mentioned when there's you said bodies. It just reminded me of what was scary in Queens. The police, New York Police Department found a box full of police uniforms, and it's like an
I heard.
ongoing investigation. So it's like they have these.
Mhm.
Why would someone have to impersonate? If you have police uniform, you're impersonating police. Why would you need to impersonate police and then dump the uniforms as soon as possible?
But
So you dump it anywhere. Because they could have burned it so that the evidence is not shown. No, maybe they possibly had to quickly put it somewhere and escape. Like, what is the reason for that? Why do they have them?
well, why the police put down their things so carelessly? I mean,
Well,
like
well,
It
we
Yeah,
don't.
could have
yeah.
been
Well, we don't
purchased.
know,
we need
right?
to
It could have been purchased. You can purchase those things now online. But
Or
what they're saying is that you have to be careful as a citizen. You have
mhm,
to be careful because that means you have ordinary people dressing as
yeah,
police officer and acting like they are police officers.
and they're not.
and that
You
is a
see?
problem.
So
That's a problem.
yeah,
Yeah,
you have to
and
just
it's
be
that.
careful because they are buying these now. These uniforms are easy access. You call one of those companies and you can purchase them.
Hmm. Or who
Yeah.
knows? It could be an inside job, or from the stores. They have some inside worker working in the store. In the
No,
departments of where they get the uniforms, and there could be so many different ways that it could have happened. But
yeah,
yes, someone was
yeah.
saying that if you don't call police to your door and they're knocking on your door, be very careful.
Be very careful. Yeah, you have to
Yeah.
be
So,
mindful. Yeah,
As a matter
you
of
have to
fact,
be mindful who you let into your home.
I just
mhm.
encourage everyone to get some type of ring or some type of camera that they could talk to people nowadays through those devices. Instead of when you see an officer in the clothes, you automatically just open up your door and say, "Yes, officer, how may I help you?" You know, it's start talking to them to these people through closed doors because at this point
And even the closed door, you have to be careful, lady. Look at the couple that they shot through the door.
yeah. So I mean
Look,
those
it
these are some serious time,
Woo!
is.
Who are you telling? And then
Are
they get away with it.
yeah,
Mhm.
some serious
Yeah.
and it's a sad thing that some of us have to live in fear of what is going on, and have to take steps such as that to start communicating with each other through camera versus coming to the door. you
Yeah,
know it is what
Yeah.
it is, and you
Yeah.
do what you have to do,
yeah,
my brother would say.
yeah. You're right. Because
Yeah, everything now that is out there, it's for you to look at and be mindful of and
cautious.
apply it to your life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
and
it,
be
it is
cautious.
a dog eat dog world out there right about now.
Yeah, and um, I feel like, as you said, when you say you have to be cautious instead of on your phones and we so much to get cameras, it just makes me
Hmm.
think of our society that you already have to be more guarded because you don't know what people's political beliefs are, or
Hmm.
what we know how they feel about people, and I feel like now we're not even using, as you said, be careful your phones. Everybody's on phones that you lack in physical interaction. Like even if you're sitting on a bus or a train or walking down the street, like people used to at least smile and keep walking, or like shake your
Hmm.
head or wave.
Hmm.
Acknowledgement. You don't even know the person that walked past you because a lot of people are in their phones.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
even
yeah,
crossing the street, people are on their phones.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
Everyone's
yeah,
on edge, and everyone's on edge.
Yeah.
yeah.
And no one is looking at each other. And if anything, you're nervous. And it's just so much happening at one time, you
Yeah.
know?
Mm,
And then the
mm,
last thing regarding interactions, like as you said, in kindergarten, like early childhood, where children used to say hi to each other, play with each other, have playtime and learning, and they get to know social interactions. That is just they're just pushing academics. So again, children are also these children become adults also lacking social interaction because you're not able to do that in early childhood, which is important. And then you're on your phones, so there's just so much going on, with the lack of, I don't want to say more lack of morality, but lack of just natural care and humaneness, and being humane.
I'm glad you brought that up, Michelle. My grandbaby got a bad bump on her eye, the lid of her eye. And this afternoon, I'm talking to them and I'm trying to ask her what happened because the thing is that You're going to have a classroom with 10 children and you have two teachers. At all point, these teachers supposed to be supervising these children. These are toddlers, okay? Between the age of 1 year to say 15 months old. You
Definitely.
have to really be watching. Yeah. Now, this is a little small area that has a stove, supposed to be the housekeeping area, and you're going to have a whole pile of children, babies, in that little tiny small areas. They're going to be pushing each other and moving each other out the way and what have you, because they don't have any idea of how to really interact. You understand what I'm saying? So it's the teachers, the caregivers, um, supposed to be there directing the flow of these children. If they're too much in this area, you direct them to go into different areas. Okay, I've
Yes,
been in
definitely.
child care. I know this. Okay, now you're gonna send a video with all these kids in this area, and I'm asking you, why are so many children in that area when they're supposed to be circulating around in the room to the different areas? She gonna tell me she don't know, she wasn't there yesterday when this happened, and this is the director now. Okay,
What?
she wasn't there when this, and I'm saying, my God,
Well, in all
it's
defense, the
like these
director of
kids
the
are so aggressive now. You don't know what to believe because this is the third time they hurt her. I mean, really
Oh
hurt her.
wow.
You know,
it's
Oh
it's
no.
it's just grandma it's just grandma fatigue.
it's not just grandma.
It's
It's
just
not just.
grandma fatigue 'cause
It's not just grandma.
Yeah.
It's not. They're
Yeah.
not being supervised like they
you're
could be or
asking, you're
should be.
asking
You
about
know,
who is not in.
And like me, like MJ say, MC saying, it's true. They're not teaching them like they should from from basic,
Oh,
from what is
it-
it,
question,
from
but
toddler
but
coming on up.
Queen,
Yeah.
the question wasn't whether they're teaching. The question was how did why she did not see them bungled up in an area, and
Right.
she answered correctly. She wasn't there. So if I'm not there, all I can do is ask staff
So
members.
yeah, so you need
But
to
you know,
figure it out.
I
If
wouldn't just
you're in
say
school,
to her, I don't know, I wasn't there. I would have said, really, that happened? You know what? I wasn't there yesterday, but I'm going to
You,
inquire about it and I'll get back to you.
investigate it.
you,
Okay, well,
but
she
you,
did say that after, but
you
you
said
should have investigated all day today. You was there all day today. You should have been done that
it's
but
just
you,
a
and
you know
keep
grandma
test.
thing going on here.
you,
It's just a
you,
grandma thing going on.
you know what, Queen?
Mm.
I'm pretty sure granddaughter didn't want grandmama to tell her business.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
they hurting her. She not hurting them. Well,
well,
she
you
did.
know,
She paid back one day.
We're
but,
gonna go.
but it's true. So much children are supposed to be in one place.
Yeah,
And it is
yeah,
up
they
to the
should be.
teachers
You're
to
supposed
make a
to. That's
flow.
your job to try and trickle them in different areas. You know what I mean?
That's
Question
true.
would be why are they in the kitchen area if it's not a play area? But if they're
It is a play area. That's the housekeeping
kitchen,
area.
well, all the
They,
children like the housekeeping. They want to mix the bowls
yeah,
and turn on the stoves and
that's why you should be supervising it and not let so many kids all at once. You can. I had a classroom like that where
it's
you have to divert them to different areas, make it fun, so they want to go somewhere else.
it's all because of
Teach it not like it used to be. That's all.
it's because your
And
grandma.
that's what MC is saying.
We got
Right, MC?
we're gonna say stop
Yeah,
looking
yeah, yeah.
Mm.
company. Stop looking. We want to say big shouts to Let's Gripe. How you doing? Let's Gripe. Big up
Hey,
your
let's drive.
Hi, let's right.
house family.
Mm,
Yeah. All
Let's
right.
grab.
So listen, we gotta take a quick station break. We're gonna come back with Chronics, dancehall Chronics artist, with his comment in regards to Yendi. Well, with his rebut to what Yendi Phillips has to say. Want to know what you all think about that? Also, person in relationship. This was sent in by one of our listeners. I guess she saw it somewhere and sent it in to us, saying that there's a person that was in a relationship for 6 years, and they found out that their significant other is in a steady relationship with someone else, with two other persons, and those two other persons, they have been in those relationships for quite more years than the 6 years that she has been with them, with him. And a lot of kids are involved in this. So just want to know your opinion because she asked. And if you have a reason and topic that you want us to reason on a Thursday evenings, 8 p.m. up until the 10 o'clock hour, make sure that you send it on over to us to dapowerhouseradio@gmail.com. That's dapowerhouseradio@gmail.com. I also want to ask you all about these artists. That was sent in about 2 weeks ago, and we never touched that one. With the chronic law being in jail and badness and entertainment, especially the Jamaican, the reggae dance hall scene. Not the reggae, but well, I can't say reggae too because you're in a jail. We can touch that when we come right back. You all are in tune right here to Reasoning Thursdays, each and every Thursdays on the Powerhouse Radio, also streaming live on YouTube's radio, also streaming live on the Victorious 89.1 FM platform.
You're in tune to the Powerhouse Radio, linking the world to the Caribbean.
One Bottle Kia full range of products embodies fundamental nutrients necessary to maintain beautiful and healthy hair care without having to combine an assortment of hair care products. The One by One Kia products are designed to rejuvenate, moisturize, create shine, fortify, and stimulate hair growth while leaving your hair feeling weightless and luxurious. Be sure to visit our website at www.onebywwankaya.com and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at One by Kia. Let's get your healthy hair care journey started today.
Also, want to say big shouts to all of our fantabulous sponsors, such as One by One Kia. And please go on over to the NWACP website and go on over to the Image Awards and be sure to vote for One Kia Hinkson for the best hairstylist. Alrighty, best hairstylist. She's a avid sponsor right here for the Powerhouse Radio. And I'm not sure if some of you watched that soap opera Beyond the Gate. It's a black soap opera called Beyond the Gate. Alrighty. So go on over there and vote for One by One Kia. Alrighty, because we want her to win. She's definitely support us for man, the last 8 years she's been supporting the Powerhouse Radio. So we would like you all to go in and vote for the show itself, Beyond the Gate soap opera. And if you haven't had a chance to watch it on CBS and on Hulu, make sure that you go on out and take a look at that. And also go and vote for One Kia Hinkson for the best hairstylist, hair department, clothes department, and all of these things. Beyond the Gate, that's the NWACP Image Award. Listen, people, our sponsor is being nominated on the Image Award. That is some big things going on.
The Hinkson Firm's mission is to provide superior legal service in the areas of family law, child welfare law, general legal services, and mediation by keeping convenience of the client at the forefront. The Hinkson Firm's goal is to eliminate the stress of an already intense situation in your life by coming directly to your workplace and or a location close to your home for consultation, meetings, and mediation. The Hinkson Firm customized legal attention based on the needs of each client while treating every client with the dignity and respect they deserve, while fighting strongly and fiercely for justice and their legal rights. The Hinkson firm can be reached at 470-499-4704.
I also want to say congratulations and big shout for the Hinkson firm as top lawyers. Man, we have some big sponsors going on over here, Top lawyer. All right, for 2025. So we say big shouts and has been sworn in as a judge of DeKalb County. So we got big backative over here. So I want to say big shouts if you need any family law or if you need any entertainment law. Check out the law firm 470-499-4704. Big shouts go out to Awesome Renovations for all of your renovations needs. Give them a call. Also, Botastics for the best bows, all type of design, custom mades, and so for your little girl, it's even for you too. So check out Botastic Mystique Enterprise for all of your entertaining promotional needs. Call Mystique Enterprise right here in the Atlanta area. And Unique Total Care, they are hiring for RNs, CNA, LPN, sitters, caregivers. Give them a call at 470-301-2552 and let them know that Reasoning Thursday sent you all over here. We just want to take one more minute to invite you to check us out for all of the fantabulous programmings right here on the Powerhouse Radio each and every Wednesdays nights. It's all about Let's Gripe with Tonya, McKenna, Marcus, and Dr. Ross. If you have a gripe, make sure that you check them out right here each and every Wednesday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. And as you're doing right now, you're tuning into Reasoning Thursdays each and every Thursdays with yours truly, Lady D, the queen of all queen, the big man himself, the respect of the man in his respect, MC in the house, the philosopher herself. You got Jai, the baby of the bunch, and Noni, the one with the juice. Check us out each and every Thursdays, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. No topic is off limit. If you have a topic that you want to reason on, send it on over. We're not going to refuse it because it's not what you say, is how you say it. Send it on over to DA powerhouseradio@gmail.com. And each and every Saturdays, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m., be sure to join me, Lady D, with the best in music, all music. I also got your joke of the day. Did you know what you know about it? Your headline news, your entertainment news. Check me out on Saturday, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. And if you want to love upon yourself or love up on your significant other, be sure to join us each and every Sunday nights for All About Love, Nothing But Love, right here. Each and every Sunday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. with yours truly, Lady D Blossom and Cool G, the best in love music. We got your love numbers, your love colors, your love questions. Yeah, and your love poems. Be sure to check us out each and every Sunday. If you're missing a little bit, you're missing a lot when you're not in tuned right over here on DA Powerhouse Radio.com. Big shout once again to You Choose Radio with all of their fantabulous programming. And also big shouts go out to the victorious 89.1 FM in the Atlanta area with all of their fantabulous programming. As we go back to our program, Reasoning Thursdays.
You're in tune to the Powerhouse Radio, linking the world to the Caribbean.
Victorious 89.1. 89.1.
Back to our program, Chronics. Chronics with against Yendi Phillips. Let's talk about that. How about it? Well, Chronics, Yendi Phillips. This was sent in by one of our listeners out of Florida, Premet. Big up yourself, our Orlando crew that has it locked. And Yendi Phillips, she wants to know what's our thought on that. And so let me ask you all, what's your thought on it? Chronics, they're saying didn't mince his words after after Yendi Phillips suggested people shouldn't have children before 30, arguing that kids limit freedom in your 20s and that real living should be done in those real living should come first. So, reacting to the statement, Chronix fired back, questioning the idea that children are inhabitants rather than blessings. His comment struck a nerve online, so with some parents agreeing and some not agreeing. So, panel and listeners, what are your thoughts? Do you think that people should wait until they're in their 30s and all of that before they consider having children? The respecter. Before you answer the respecter, Donna has made a comment. Let me read Donna's comment here. Donna says that's why they're cutting funding for those childcare programs because it's just about getting the money and not about nurturing the children.
The children. Thank
That
you.
regards to
Thank you, Donna.
all right, Queen. All right, Queen. So back to what's your thoughts on people suggesting well, Yendi Phillips suggesting that people should wait till they're 30 to have children. Any takers?
It's really up to the individual, and it's up to the mindset and the decency and all the things that's good that one's supposed to have in life. To this, it's a decision that if you feel like in your 20s you're supposed to just be from one person to the next person, and that's your life for that moment. Yeah, many gonna say that's wrong to live your life that way because you're not thinking of diseases and all the negative that comes with that. There's a lot of young people that have a child. Yes, they wasn't ready for that child. They can't handle that child. So anyway you look at it, it's hard to really say on either end, right or wrong, because some are handling it. A lot of young people handle it and doing a good job at it, and some are not. And some wait till in their 30s and find out they can't have one. Trying hard and hard and hard and can't have one. So you're thinking that waiting till your 30s, it's just going to automatically come to you. Not thinking that all in years of the 20s that you've been doing it and doing it and doing it, you could affect something inside of you that make you can't have none. So damn if you do, damn if you don't. It's really not for me or anyone to judge the next one or decide for the next one. Or, life is where it is and none of us can change it. We just have to do what we feel is best for us. If you want to wait till 30, 40, go ahead. You want to do it while you're in your 20s, go ahead.
But do you think the respecter? Do you think that it ties down a person? They have limited freedom because that's basically what she's saying. That in the time of age 20, they have limited freedom. A lot may want maybe a lot of 20-year-olds should be focusing on going to school, enjoying life, partying, having a good time, rather than sitting there not being able to complete their education, not being
Well, I
able
understand what the respect to. Listen, a lot of people end up getting married very young. It's not everybody just go out there and have a child young. A lot of people they get married between the ages of 18 to say 25. There's a lot of people that get married between those ages. And once you get married, that's the norm. The norm is you have children. Furthermore, years ago, they used to marry younger. They used to get together younger than they are now because they claim that it's best. This is what the doctors say, that it's best to have the children while you're younger because your body is more fit and in a better form to have these kids than having them older. You have more difficulties. Not just that, but remember the child is growing with you. After you get a certain age, you don't want to be bothered with any young kid, you know. So all those things you have to take into consideration if you're gonna say, "Oh, um, I want to have a child when I'm 30." I mean, that might be you might be too old by the time that child is 30 or what, 16.
Well,
I mean,
what you're saying, Queen, let's gripe says 30-year-old is unreasonable. Woman body go through the changes early. Maturity is the key.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. And the doctors say that. They tell you that it's best to have the children young because your body is more developed for it at between those ages, between the age of 18 to say 25, 30. You know what I mean?
Let me
So
quickly answer.
by 30, you're supposed to then have one or two of them running around.
Yeah, let me try and
The
see if I can
problem is
understand the lady saying.
the problem is the respect that you have to find the right partner. You have to make sure in whatever you do, you have to make sure that you find the right partner. We have talked about this already on this program about how you find your partner, and you have to make sure that this individual has is intentional. Whatever he's planning on doing with you is intentional.
You,
um
you,
so all of these things you have to do before you have these children, and you need to start doing it
you got me
early.
wondering. You
All
got
right,
me one.
the respected then MC. Go ahead, the respected then MC.
Queen got me wondering if she's a mind reader, cause that's part of what I was trying to say. And she
It's
know I was about to say
reality.
that. That's why she forced herself to say it before I do. You know, something else. But honestly speaking, if you're in your 20s and man or woman, you meet someone who you say you like, he likes you, she likes you, and y'all decide to be boyfriend and girlfriend.
Mhm.
That's when it's supposed to start for both of you to see if you want to be a family. So you're planning on money and life and how to raise a child and so forth if you want to get married. But if your intention is just to move from man to man, woman to woman, and just live, 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 be free, everybody comes your way, you lay down with, that's a different ballgame. You definitely don't need a child in your 20s if that's the lifestyle you want to live.
Yeah.
But the chances that you think you're going to have in your 30s to now, I'm ready to have a child, you're surprised you can't.
Okay. And then so I'm gonna read Donna says I believe that is up to the individual because being a good parent has nothing to do with age. And then Les Gripe says 35-year-old is considered high risk. And then Donna says some people that have these great opinions about young parents are sometimes the worst parents to their children. MC, MC, go ahead.
I said what I was gonna say, and this is something they used to do back in the days. It is very important, of course, the individuals who are getting together, that they're intentional, as Queenie said, and that they take time to get to know if their finances are together in a great situation, right? In the perfect situation, you do want to make sure finances together and different things like that. But one thing we miss out that they used to do back in the days is also what about family history? You need to know the history of the family and their health. I remember even they used to talk about for sickle cell anemia if it runs in both of your families. There's a lot of things to consider too when you want to have a child that we don't consider as much these days.
Okay.
I was just adding that.
Another comment is my kids never restricted me at all. If anything, they made me a better and more purpose driven. Wouldn't have wanted to have them any later. Another person said I had one at 24 and I was done after that. Childbirth was rough and I never felt the need to do it again. I'm now about to be 43. I don't regret having my daughter, but being a parent is stressful. I'm constantly worried about my child. People should do what's best for their mentality, emotionality, and financial. All right, hold on.
Why this topic get lively?
From and
Caller, you're live on the air.
a little this done.
Greetings, Dad.
John Minor.
It, um,
Hey, Don.
Listen, um, I'm coming from
a West Indian and a more direct, a Jamaican point of view.
Okay.
Too many young people are having babies and they cannot afford to take care of them. And that's one. Too many young people are having babies when and then they realize, damn, I want to go to the party and I can't go because this baby tear up my foot and the baby father not helping with the baby and him out there partying and she gets stuck at home with this baby and the next thing you know she have another baby and her young life is just in the dumps. No education, stuck with two or three babies by the time she reaches 25. That's not good. That's not good for the kids because when it's time for them to go a good school, buy what all they need to be successful in school, she can't afford it. And 90% of the time, daddy run gone, and she alone left with these as a young girl with two and three kids. So I understand what the lady was saying.
Okay.
You have to be we have to teach these young people that don't run go have kids if you don't have financial support. Don't start too early because it's not the best thing to do. Am I right or wrong?
You're absolutely
You-
right, Dan. But at the
You're
same
right.
time, you have to remember, say, mama is mainly mama alone, and mama is telling mainly her daughter. She not really tell the son anything, but she's mainly telling her 16-year-old, 17-year-old about boys and babies and all that stuff. So when they ignore mama and go do exactly what they're not supposed to do, and baby come, it's not good for the baby, but it's good for you because you didn't listen to mama. So now if your life figure up from
Sometimes
there on out, it's
we,
your fault. Mommy's not gonna raise that baby for you.
Well, really and truly, if we're looking at the U.S. or looking at Jamaica, if you're looking at Jamaica, Jamaica is a little different because even now, and I was watching a program that geared towards that, where these women in Jamaica, they are putting these young girls out there to go out with these older men because of money. They're unable to give or care for these children, so they putting them out there early to go out with these older men. And some of the time they end up getting pregnant or they end up getting killed because it's a game for them. You see what I'm saying? Um, but the
Queen,
majority, like I said before when I first start out, there's a lot of young people that got married young, and yes, maybe they didn't research the gentleman that they were going to get married to or the woman they were going to get married to. And that's why I even say you have to be intentional in whatever you're seeking or requiring in your life.
Okay, let
So
type says I had my son 1 month shy of 19 and I wasn't mature enough. So I had to get myself together for the sake of my son. I had a village. And then another individual texted in and says, I couldn't care less when anyone choose to have kids. Their business, not mine. I cannot afford it. So I stay on the straight and narrow path. All right.
lady, can I say this to Queen, lady? Can I say this real quick to Queen?
Say this real quick to Queen
I
and then
gotta, I gotta, I gotta go against that is Jamaica. Jamaica is different. Jamaica is different in what way? Think about America.
it's
Hold on one
different in
second.
a way
The
where it's
age,
different.
and
Listen, it
Queen,
is
Queen,
different.
Queen, one moment. Let it complete his thought.
the,
Then we're going to Don and
Oh,
then
I'm sorry.
go ahead,
Go
Chris.
ahead.
in this country, you have this 13 and 14-year-old being left with people like R. Kelly, being left with Bill Cosby, being left with Hugh Hefner, being left with Epstein. What are you talking about?
But
Young
but
babies here with grown men.
the reason I said that is that here you have a choice. You have more of a choice here in terms of um financial stability. There is harder. You see what I'm saying? Because of the rate of unemployment, the rate of whatever wages they make per hour. It's less than here. Here you can fall on something much easier than out there. Out there, The only thing really is to go pick some fruits in the garden or what have you. So most of these women, they're looking for help, okay? And these parents are pushing these young girls to go out there with these older men so they can get the money that these parents need. It's not for you, it's for your parents. They're the one that want the money, the mothers and what have you.
All right, go
So
ahead.
they send these young girls out.
All right, go ahead, Don.
Yeah, what I was trying to say is that a lot like that. Most of what Queen just said, I kind of agree with it. But it, these young girls in Jamaica, and I must tell you, in America, like Queen said, they have a better chance of surviving as young mothers in America because get on welfare and get help and get public housing and get food stamp and all of that. In Jamaica, you don't have that.
Yeah.
That is not there. So what the young girl does, like Queen said, the young boy leave her and gone with maybe one, maybe two, maybe three kids, and not supporting his kids, run gone, and she end up with an older man because the older man is more stable.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
and most time he has a wife or his baby mother at home with his kids, and still
Mm-hmm.
go mess with him because of one.
What
And
a mess.
Yeah. It is
What
a
a
mess.
mess.
It is a mess, but it's reality. It's reality. That's what's going on.
So,
And not just Jamaica, but the
final thought,
Caribbean island, Africa, even in Africa, it's
Queen,
the same thing going on.
Queen,
I'm
one
sorry.
moment. Let he said
Queen.
his final thought. Go ahead,
I'm sorry.
Don.
The thing is to we have too many single black mothers all over the world. It's not only Jamaica. We have too many single black mothers all over the world. One sociologist been saying that because the majority of young black men are being raised by single mothers, they end up with feminine traits. They
Mhm.
also act like men because women raise them. You know, yes, it's true. They end up with exhibiting feminine traits because they grew up around grandma and mommy and auntie. No man to tell them how to be, teach them how to be a man and show them how to be a man because their daddy run gone. That is the example their daddy said. Run gone, leave their mother and with them. So all
Hey
that,
Dan,
yeah,
can I ask you a question?
Okay,
yeah.
after
And
that,
I think this is a fact. And this is not gonna make you not like me no more. I mean I like you. But seeing that previous time you talk about some situation like this, I can almost guarantee you. So you have at least 3 or 4 pitney out there where you don't know.
No,
Or
man.
you was a what you call it,
See that
Gallus?
it is true.
why would you
I'm
say
not
that?
ashamed to
Why
tell
would
you
you?
my
Why
history.
would you
Hold
say?
on, make him answer.
I'm gonna answer. I'm not ashamed to. I have 5 kids,
Yeah.
right? I have 3 daughters and 2 sons, and they're by 4 different mothers. Okay, 4 was born in Jamaica, and the last one was born here, and all 5 of them is here in America with me. And the
And none that you don't know about.
other 4 different mothers, and all of them is here. What I tell you?
No, no, I'm saying none that you don't know about.
He
No, man.
already
That
answered
you
you.
are a good man, a good father.
So
That's
the
how my daddy was. My daddy brought all 8 of us here. Yeah.
respecter,
Yes,
do you
Good
have
all of
man.
my
any?
kids are here.
Do you have any
So
that you don't know about the respecter?
Mm.
Yes,
Really?
yes.
Hi.
I don't get it.
Oh boy.
I'm being real with you. And when I found out about the first one, I was like, "You so wicked, girl. You so wicked." She sent me a picture. She sent me a picture. She was married. I didn't know she was married. And she have 3 pitney with the man. The man light skin. All of the pitney, other 3 pitney light skin. The last one is dark skin like me. And she tried to tell me that's the man pitney too.
Okay.
So me just take it for what it is.
We
Okay.
just we just need back to the conversation. We just need
Yes.
to pay more attention to his daughter so that they can be self-sufficient. So that when a
Mhm.
man
Yeah.
start to screw them around and push them around
Yeah.
and them have to depend upon the man money, the man have no respect for them because the man at work and bringing the money and the man treat them like dirt and have tension
Mm.
with them.
Who does that?
And
Need
Yes, I train my one them to
wait,
make sure you
wait,
have a
let,
degree.
let him
My
finish.
grand.
Let him finish. Let then I have Donna comment, and I have two more comments here, and then I would like to make a comment.
yeah, I'm just gonna I'm gonna give you the floor. I have three daughters. One, the oldest one who never listened to me when I told her to go back to school. Today she's an EMT working cheap job on an ambulance, EMT company with ambulance, right? The other two, the younger two will listen to me. They both have masters right now, masters degree, both of them.
Mm.
And
Okay.
my youngest son have a bachelor's.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. But EMT is a good position too, you know.
Mm.
Even
Huh?
though it's not, it may not have the high degree, but our degree,
It's a
EMT is a
good
good
job.
position. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
good
it's a good
job
job.
Job.
and definitely needed, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, but it doesn't. She don't make the money that my other two daughters make,
That's
Okay.
fine. She can borrow from them.
Okay. Exactly.
and they are
Uh,
different mothers.
uh,
I told them, I said, listen, go back to school because you all are one father, but you're not one mother. And I do not want your brother and sister them to look down on you because you're not the same mother as them.
okay.
That's what I told her, but she didn't listen to me. You know,
Well,
when she came here, she didn't have any kids, and when she came here, she was single and free. And the next thing I know, she got pregnant. Well, when she came here, she was way over 18, so I could not control her. I couldn't tell her what to do anymore. She didn't take my advice. She didn't go back to school and do what I told her to do.
Okay.
Let it
So,
Yes.
be.
Donna
but that's
Speaking
what us
words of
parents have
wisdom.
to understand too,
Queen,
that these
Queen,
children have a mind of their own.
Queen,
Okay, go on. I'm
um,
sorry.
we're following up
Yeah.
here.
I'm done. I'm
Donna
done. I'm
says,
done.
all right, all right. Thanks so much, Don. Thanks so much.
Respect that.
Donna says,
Yes, thank you, Don.
Thank you, Don.
well, I had my child young and she was financially well off. And the same people who are commenting about young parenting are the same people who robbed the baby. How do you take food out of a baby's mouth because she's more financially stable than you? Another comment says all children should be had by 35 because when you add 20 years to that, who has time and money to be paying college tuition right before retirement? Add 20 years to that, they will barely
Woo!
get to meet their grandchildren. Another one says, I had my son at age 25. Tomorrow he turns 4. Lost his dad before he turned 1 year old. Honestly,
Oh no.
not easy, but I have no regrets, to each their own. So, with myself, I would say I had mine at a young age, and it wasn't easy, but looking at my children now, I really wouldn't even have changed the thing. I was still able to complete high school. No, I don't have a doctorate or a master's degree, but I was still able to complete high school, still able to do some college, and I'm my own entrepreneur now, having my own business, which a lot of persons who have college degrees and etc. do not have that. So I think it's the maturity of the individual, and once again,
That's the word.
I had a village that also assisted me. I paid a lot of my way as well as daycare and babysitters and stuff. I didn't lack in enjoyment nor full enjoyment because I still went out, you know. Um
Mm-hmm.
I got married, I divorced, I have met my other two children fathers. I have four children, two with my ex-husband and two with my children dad. And I don't regret anything that I've been through because I've always had my mindset that I will never be a statistic. So, and my children will never become a statistic. So I've always carried myself and done what I needed to do to make sure that I gave them the best of life and that I lived the best of life. So I can't say I didn't do enough partying because I did. I can't say I did not get enough education because may that education had came from the street or from the book school wise. I learned it. And it's the same thing that I've implemented in my children. Luckily, my daughter waited until she was like 20 um, 8 and she had her first child and my sons. Also, I have a son 37 that don't have a child as yet still. So I think it's once again the maturity of the individuals and the community, the community that they have surrounding them, their ambition for life, that I think that directs the outcome of them and their children. So it is to each his own and is what a one mental capacity can withstand.
You
And
said it.
anyone wants to say that they do it by themselves, they are a lie because everyone needs somebody to assist
You
um,
said
you in your journey. Yes, the
you
respect.
said the
So
most
true.
important word of the night. Maturity. If you're not mature, it's a big problem. Man or female, male or female. The maturity helps a lot.
And when you all say maturity helps a lot, and Don wrote out, women have to be prepared to take care of the children should their father decide neglect his responsibility. That's very important. Going into it, yeah, you have to be rational, and it's not just children of individuals of the age 20 and 25 and 18 and so on, because you have persons whom I know of a person that had a child at the age of 40 and her and the baby father is not together. So if and that child's father does not play a role in that child's life because he's deadbeat same way. So I mean, it's the maturity of not just the woman, the young lady, but it's the maturity of the man as well.
Yep.
Is if that man also wants a responsibility of a kid. And yes, Don, women have to just, and it's a sad thing to say, and it's a sad thing for us to have to realize that women, in the midst of having children, whether you're married, whether you're engaged, whether you're dating, whether that you had a fling or whatever, we have to prepare ourselves mentally, financially, in all capacity to know that we may have to raise these children by ourselves, because you have some grown ass men out there too that don't want the responsibility. They lay with the women, they don't want to use protection, or they use protection, and things happen, and they still don't know how to be a man about it. So yes, women need to have the understanding that in life, no matter what age group that you're in, you know yeah, you may end up having to take care of these children that you bring into the earth. They say mother's babies, father's maybe. And if you think and keep that concept, then throughout life, you won't sit there being dependent on a man to care for you and your child. That's my
Well said.
Yeah, it is well said.
Mm-hmm.
You
yeah,
know, but it's the only thing is that we put aside the logical reasons, which is true. You need to be mature. You need to have some type of financial and be intentional about being there. But when you have a child and you're pregnant and you're with someone, you expect
yeah,
that as you're going through the motions and the man is accepted that this child is his, that you expect because of the relationship that you have. Now we're not talking about just a fling. A fling, he could be in or out. You know what I mean? You guys took that chance. But if you're in a relationship and you have a child and you're not married as yet, or engaged or something of that sort, you figure when you have the child that the person's going to be there because the watching the growth, going to the appointment, seeing the baby grow, the excitement of just having a child, something that you've created. You would think that the person would be there,
Yes.
and want to be there for that.
Yeah.
But
And that is why I even stated that women in all, I mean, women just need to, rather, no matter what age you are in, no matter what age group you land in the back of your minds, everything that you're doing, you kind of prepare yourself to raise these children alone, because we have expectations and we're looking for this quote family, this beautiful family of and we look for things that our parents have. A lot of us may have grown up in two parent households, and we see our mom and our dad together, and our mom taking the bullshit, the BS that dads had given out, because they want to keep these families together. And us women have to keep in the back of our head that, and it's sad, it's a sad thing, but we have to keep in the back of our head that one day we may really, really end up raising these children by ourselves. We are in, some people get married, yes, they have these children, oh yeah, we uh, we're gonna be a happy family, and then bam, something happened. These, you know, you're not with the one that you thought that you were going to spend your life with, and then the one that you thought you were going to spend your life with start acting like a asinine,
A
and
jerk.
wanted to assist with the children, not wanting to help with paying bills, want to go out there, go flirt and have a whole bunch of children or other women, and then it messed up your whole world, your entire world, because you looked at this wonderful family, you know,
Yeah.
you looked at this
yeah,
wonderful women,
true.
Some of these men died young. They end up dying young and leaving you. I mean,
good ones. Yeah,
That's another issue. Yeah,
have different situation. You have death, you
mhm,
have incarceration, you have infidelity, you have jobless. You have a lot of things that plays. So for
yeah.
women,
That could change the dynamic.
it's, yeah, for women it's sad that we get the shit end of the stick. But the bottom
mhm,
line is we need to understand that God forbid we have to raise these children on our own.
yeah,
We have
Well,
to.
and
You,
ladies, you can tell, some people can tell when you have had help with your child or your children. I know all your children, and they all are very respectful, and they all seem to be there for mama, love mama.
yeah.
And I also want to say to Dan, no joke. Dan is the kind of man who really love and care for a child,
Mhm.
even if it's not his child, a friend of, not a family member. That's how I am. So when I listen to him talk, sometimes I joke. I know Dan is a serious man about his children
Mhm.
and about education and doing the right things. And that's all I am. And like I said earlier, I found out late in life about the one that I had with somebody else that was married. I didn't know about. I end up, when I moved to Florida, met my wife and just fell in love. And there's a 2 month old child that I end up fathering. And to this day, he's 35. Was it me? I don't think so. I think it was God. God put some people together, some things happen for reasons that we don't know, we don't have control over. So you do have good fathers, good mothers. A lot of us get help from grandmother and grandfather. Some don't. It's harder on some and it's not so hard on others. So I'm proud of you, proud of Dan, and everyone who's doing the right things with their child or their children.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Um, you know, so that's, thanks for that. And I once again just encourage women, don't give up no matter what age. And yes, some, what Yendi said is not necessarily wrong either, and what Chronic said is not wrong. You know, it's once again the maturity of the individual, and it's so sad that a lot of the maturity depends on the woman that can make a positive home for the child. And yes, it's going to be rough. It's rough when you're 20, it's rough when you're 30, it's rough when you're 40, you know. But nonetheless, it's your maturity and your ambition. Just keep striving and fighting, for the best in life for yourself and your children. All
Mhm.
right. So that will be my love to each and every one. The last thing here that was anyone else wanted to touch. You had anything else to say in regards to this? And then we're gonna the last one that was sent in by
Okay. I
Kim
was gonna say,
Kim
I,
out of Pennsylvania. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, and I had, I had one of my children, my first one, early, but as you said, Lady D, it is important for the village that you had. So that definitely made it easier. And there's also, I was, even though I was younger, I was excited. I was in my early 20s and I was prepared. So you know what I mean. So it did help that I always wanted to have a child. So um, but and that's all.
No regrets, and you have no regrets for having
I
it.
have an early child early, and then I have child in my 30s. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So
So
many
that's
you have? 9?
hey, nine, nine. I'm right under you. Nine. I have three.
Okay, listen to this one here now.
I have three. No, no, no. You're not done. You're right. You know what? I may have some that I don't know about. So may have 15.
Yeah, something- I'm something you don't know about. That's a good one. That is a good one.
I have three.
Somebody sedated you. All right. So listen, this Kim out of Pennsylvania sent this one in to us, and she says she got this off us. I guess it says pink wall here, so I don't know why she didn't it, but she sent this one in and she said being in a relationship for 6+ years and finding the man you love. Before I even read this, I want to say big shouts to Father Wayne. Blessings to you. He said tell Jamaica people to go build up their house in Jamaica because you don't need to be deported. And next week we talk about that. We talk about that deportation business next week, along with I guess he's going off of what Vegas has also said. Vegas is, I guess, building some houses and saying that people need to start thinking about migrating back at home. But we'll talk about that one next week and really on migration back to Jamaica or back to whatever country that you come from, Trinidad, England, wherever you come from. So we're going to talk about that a little bit deeper. I think we need to get deep in that with what's going on the state of America. But anyway, being in a relationship for 6+ years and finding a man you love and have a child with who you're loyal to all of these years in two separate relationships, that's even longer than the time you spent with this man. That's my case. I am so broken, this may not be the place to take it to, but why good women always end up with the worst man? He has two kids with these women. Mine is older, but he's been with them way longer. One for 9 years and the other for 13 years. Shaking my head. I'm giving him all of me. I've been nothing but good to him. And even those women, it's the same with them. I just don't know how to move on from this. I need all advice I can get to help me get over this, man. No negative comments because that's not going to help. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. So I guess that's why she sent it in to us. Well, I would say, well, before I even go into what I was saying, there's a lot of comments saying that um the woman should just take it easy. The man is good to her, so what she complaining about? She need to just take it easy. I go live her life. I love life the way it is. So before I go, the respecter, what would you say to this individual?
She sound like a good woman, and it's unfortunate, like she said, a lot of good women, not more than a lot. The good woman, them always get the bad man,
Mhm.
or the man who just lie, 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 lie. And because they trust the man and believe what the man say, and them kind of dip on the nervous side because the man might low talk them and threaten them and want lick them all and things, they abuse them physically. They just let them be and do what they want to do. And, them struggle. I do have an experience on that. There was a woman I know I did some work for who said that, every time the husband come home from work, she have dinner ready for him, in shower, in dress, and him out the door. And she said she just love him. She just get tired of, trying to reach him, make sense to him. But she kept his food on the table every day. And she said she would get dreams and dreams and dreams, and the dreams turn into real life. She would follow the dreams, and this man end up dying young. And the doctor didn't. She said the doctors didn't have any signs or any, show any signs or reason, or he died. So we gotta be careful. We can't keep messing with good people and thinking, we're gonna keep living a long, prosperous, happy life.
Okay.
It could be karma.
All right. I'm going to. I really want to comment on this, but I want you all to comment first because I really want to comment. I want to hear if any of you all are going to say the same comment as me. But before, Don had a comment here, and Donna had a comment. Don says people changes as they mature. Sometimes the man is not progressive, and the woman decides to leave, but she's not educated or have a skill, which is true, Don. Which is definitely true. Um, yeah, the Donna says I have some that the cult took. Okay, I'm not sure where that's going. But I heard what the respecter said. Queen, what are you saying in this?
In terms of the woman,
Yeah, being with somebody and
well,
finding out that he has other persons.
uh, that was well hidden. That was well hidden. I mean, for him to have two other women with children, might possibly with children, that's well hidden. You must have had them in different states. Because, I mean, if you know your man, come on now, you should know that something is wrong. Okay, you supposed to be clocking the time he come home. You supposed to be clocking the time, the affection that he give you. You should be clocking all of that, right? But for 6 years, you're gonna be with this man, not knowing that he have two other women and maybe possibly with children. Then something is wrong with you.
Mm.
Okay, listen. My husband cheated, and I knew when his ass cheated. Okay, yeah, I knew when he went out there and cheat, and when he came, there was nothing in the house but his clothes on the doggone dirty floor. Cause I took even the carpet up, I cut it up and put it out. Yes, and left everything on that dirty floor. Listen, now look,
Woo! Don't
I'm
mess with
telling you, you wasn't watching him. That's what it is. So it's on you.
Okay. MC.
oh Lord.
Say
Oh boy, to follow that, right?
You
You
follow
should
it,
have called
yeah.
me first.
Yeah, put his ass out. Yeah,
Okay,
Good
let's
one,
follow
Queen.
her
Good
now.
one. Good one,
But
Queen.
okay. All right, I'm gonna try to follow after you now, Queenie. So looking at her like what should she do or what to do in that situation. So as Queenie said, yes, sometimes women do, most of the time women do have the inklings that something is happening. But I guess she had a child with this man and she was together so long that maybe she just felt like whatever it is, maybe he'd stop and come back to her and or maybe things would fix itself. I feel for me in this situation, if I was her, I would first of all, I would not stay in that relationship any longer, even if it's 6 years and we have a child together. Because if the man can look at me in my face every day and lie to me, you know what I mean? To say that, I love, most like she's there because he's saying he loved her, he care about her, that he loved the family that they have or whatever, you know? And for him to step out and go to whichever woman and do whatever and then come home again and then have two separate relationships within our 6 years, I keep that from me 6 years, and we have a child together. I would not remain in that relationship. This man has no respect for me. Just because he don't let me know, that doesn't mean that it's showing respect. No, he doesn't have respect because he's keeping these others outside relationship. That's one. Money that probably, oh no, we don't know. She didn't talk about financial. There might be times where they say, "Oh, let's go on vacation." He say he can't afford it. Okay, I can't afford it. Can they give the woman, other woman money? You know, or if she want the new car, he said, "No, buy the butter car." Can they give the other woman money? So, you know, so there's so many things in this. I would be no. It's time to go. You know, there's no
Mm,
respect, and then disease. Him have two
Ah.
separate
Mm-hmm.
relationships.
Yeah.
Who kno-
mm,
6 years? He's not protecting himself. Who knows what's going
mm.
on? And what they're doing, because he's giving me time and he's sharing it between them, they might have somebody else too.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So,
That's true.
so I'm saying it's no, it's time to go, honey. It's time to go.
Okay.
You see, some of these men are so disgusting and terrible. I knew someone. I
Yes,
knew.
yes, they
I
are
knew
too.
someone that we worked together, and this man, all this time, this man was fooling around with another one of the employee. He ended up getting AIDS and giving it to her. She
Oh
ended up
no.
dying. Yes, he died too, but she ended up dying,
Oh,
not being able to look out for her three children that she had.
oh,
Yes.
Okay,
oh
Yes.
my.
so it is dangerous, and people don't understand, that especially now. There's so much diseases and stuff out there that, listen, you have to protect yourself. He's not going to protect you. You have to protect yourself. You have to know what the heck is going on, eh? All
Mm-hmm.
right, investigate.
I
Yep, it
think
is.
she. I think she trusts him too much.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes,
investigate,
she trusts
honey.
him too much, and maybe she hold on to him because of his looks.
Mm.
Some women thank God just for having a man.
Or money.
Even though they know the man is doing bad things and not treating them right, them still, oh God, I got a man. Girl, I
Yeah.
got a man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad my mama taught me well.
Well,
Yeah.
Take, pack
because
it up and
I,
keep on moving.
I definitely I just thought this was really wild because of the fact that he was with one person. He has been with two other persons, one 9 years and one 13 years, and he's just been with you for 6 years.
Mm,
Oh, you did
Wow.
that part. 9 years and
Yes, yes.
what?
She said
mm,
that, and this is what I was wondering, did you all hear? She
No,
said
yeah,
I missed that part.
They had three
mm.
family.
broken,
That's why I said he had to. That's why I said
but
she
one
is
woman
stupid for
always,
that long not to know.
always end up with the worst men. He has two kids with these women, but
Mm,
mine is older. Okay. But he's been with them way longer. One for 9 years and the other for 13 years. And she said she's giving him everything. So where does he sleep every night?
that's what
Hey,
I'm saying.
and
And
it
That's
was
what
supposed to
I'm
be a
saying.
okay.
She
And
has
he
been watching him.
what time do he go to work?
Okay.
Has two other 9, 13 years. Okay, you've been with him for 6. But and these women now, you're defending these women. So that's mean all of you are having this little conversation on your chat box. Okay. To say that they have also given him everything, right? And
Mm.
I mean, like, were you all sleeping? Did you all not?
Why some man
yeah,
terrible? They're
And
yeah.
let
terrible
him,
man.
him do a
Very, very
weekend job.
terrible. He's
I
about to add number 4. He wants some sister wife business.
I think a lot of things is left out of here because if he's a trucker, then I can understand him being on
That's
the
true.
road trucker and
Yeah.
date and oh baby, I'm out of town. He's a traveling salesman, and saying, and juggling. But somewhere, can you call him every listen,
Him have a
Yeah.
second house right next door to your house.
Mister, me laughing no.
serious
Mm-mm.
business. And then to see some of the comments about and we got 7 minutes, 6 minutes to go. And then to see some of the comments, one says, listen, relax yourself and carry on with life. You have
Mm.
not stated any other problem except you found out, say he is just as good to two others as he is to you. Man shot
Hell no.
here.
Mm.
Hell no.
He said, man shot
You
here.
see where their minds are. You see where these some of these
I'll do
women
bad.
minds are.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
do
not
bad all
funny.
by myself, honey.
That's not funny.
Donna
Mm.
says some women Don Minor says some women are afraid to be alone and so they choose to ignore the cheating.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
True. Yes, that's true.
that is
Hmm.
exactly it. And
Yeah, sometimes they can't take care. They don't have the finances to take care of the children, so they end up staying with the
even
person.
brings
Yeah,
us back to the
Yeah.
yendi
so
to the
terrible.
chronic conversation. You understand? Women, just know in the back of your head you're having these children.
Hmm.
You it's not what you want, but it may happen. You may end up being the one that has to take care of these children, whether you're getting child support or not, because what they're giving for child support can't really help you with assisting to pay your rent or your mortgage, your car note, your the extra curriculum activities for these children, clothing, you
Yeah.
I mean, really think of the big picture. When you take them to court and they're giving you $200 or $300 or even four, it's a lot. It's more costly than that to take care of children. You understand? So just in the back of your mind, just think of just know that you are liable for your child, mother's baby, father's maybe. On that note, we're going to get ready to get up on out of the air chair. Man, we thank you for joining us for Reasoning Thursdays, each and every Thursdays from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. If you have a topic that you would like us to discuss right here, then please send it on over to dapowerhouseradio at gmail.com. And on the subject line, put Reasoning Thursdays. Trust me, people, no topic is off limit. Any topic that you want us to discuss, we're going to discuss it because it's not what you say, it's how you say it. So send it on over to DA Powerhouse Radio at gmail.com. All righty. Each and every Thursdays, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. You have myself, Lady T. You have the big man himself, the respecter demanding his respect. You have the queen of all queens. You have MC, the philosopher herself. Jai, which is MIA in action tonight, the baby of the crew. And Noni, the one with the juice, also MIA tonight, but we'll be back next week. We also invite you to check out Let's Gripe each and every Wednesday nights right here with Tonya, Marcus, McKenna, and the big man himself, Dr. Ross. If you got a gripe, check them out each and every Wednesday evenings from 7 p.m. up until the 8 o'clock hour. Be sure to join me, Lady D, this Saturday, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m., with all of your headline news, your entertainment news, your joke of the day, what you know about it. Did you know the best in music? All music. Yeah, we do a little ska, we do a little reggae, we do a little dance hall, we do a little rockers, we do a little Afrobeat. We definitely kick it down with what you know about it with R&B old school music. Check us out. Check me out on Saturdays. Alrighty. And just love upon yourself, no man, and love upon your significant other each and every Sunday. It is all about love, nothing but love. We have your love color of the evening, your love number of the evening, your love question of the evening. We have your love poem, and we have you loving upon yourself with the best in love music each and every Sunday evening, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. You don't want to miss that. Trust me, trust me, trust me. I want to say big shouts to You Choose Radio with their fantabulous programming over there from all around the world. And also Victorious 89.1 FM radio with all of their fantabulous programming all around the world as well. And we thank you, our listeners from all around the world. If you're listening via our website, if you're listening via our telephone, our website at www.dapowerhouseradio.com, or our telephone listen line 667-930-9036. Whatever outlet, YouTube, Facebook, or you're listening through our Zeno, our WhatsApp, or if you're listening through our TuneIn app, however you're listening to us, big up. And we invite you to listen to us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week with the best in rotation music right here. The Respecter, you want to say arrivederci?
Yeah, I want to remind you about Sir Charger's birthday this Saturday
All right.
at CLTV. I was trying to find the flyer so you could read it,
Okay. Okay.
but I don't see it.
All righty.
But also just to the listeners, those around the world, um just know that men are wicked and women is wickeder.
Come on, Caroline. Queen, you want to say arrivederci?
Yeah. I really, I enjoy, I didn't think I would enjoy it this much, going through what I am going through, but let me tell you something. This was some good discussion. I
Yeah.
thank you all for participating. You have a wonderful, safe, and blessed week, and I'll see you here next week, next Thursday. Arrivederci.
MC.
Yes, I enjoyed being here with you. I've missed you guys so much.
Mhm.
It's good to
Mhm.
be back. And it was a great evening. And I wish you all a great weekend. And for those of you in the Northeast, let's be watchful and be safe and warm because I heard there's another winter storm coming again on Sunday. So,
Yeah, we
Yeah.
spoke some snow this weekend as well. Donna, bless up yourself. Don Minot, bless up yourself. Each and every one that let's gripe, and each and every one that was tuning in, and for the two listeners who sent in their questions, Kim and Permet, want to say big shouts go out to you. Donna had left one last comment. She said some people encourage their friends or family members to cheat, then turn around and be the same people to talk about it just to have something to discuss. We love you
Mhm.
all.
I see that. I see that.
We see that, Donna. Blessings to you all. Love you all. And thank you all so much. Continue to have the Reed family in your prayers as we've lost our patriarch of the family, Ricardi Reed. This program was dedicated to my big brother, whom I love and I'm going to miss so tremendously. You all be blessed. And thank you all. And we'll check you all on out next week, same time, same place, and same station. DA Powerhouse Radio.
Good night.
Good night.
Um,
Good night.